Hey there, I am going to do a video today. I kind of have an idea in my mind about what I want to do, but I don't have a definite plan. I think I want to incorporate several metallics and the blue to turquoise tones and white. So kind of like a wave, like the other one I did a wave on a white background. This one I'm sprayed with, it's just a rosy gold spray paint. But I'm going to go over it with some metallics first. And I have DecoArt Media Shimmer Mister in the turquoise color. So this is water-based, and I'm going to spray it randomly. I'm going to put down some metallics randomly and kind of play with it a little bit and see how it reacts. I have no clue. It may be a swipe. And then I'm planning on doing a dirty pour on part of it and take it from there. All of my paints are DecoArt paints. I've got rose gold, copper, rich espresso, and Venetian gold are my metallics. And I've got turquoise, peacock teal, deep blue, dioxazine, purple, navy blue, and white. And I think that's pretty much going to be it. I may throw in some brown, but I'm not sure. Because I do have the rich espresso, which is brown. But I may keep the brown available. All my colors are in squirt bottles except for the metallics and the Shimmer Mister. M-I-S-T-E-R. So it mists when it sprays. And it's got some metallic in it, I think. Looks like at the bottom. So anyway, I've used this before, but I want this to kind of feel like copper that has aged. So that's my goal. And make it organic looking as well. So I am going to do a dirty pour. I'm going to start with titanium white. I'm going to mist in the cup as well, but I'm going to do something on here as well with that mist. Okay, let's see. Why not let's go with just a little bit of brown and a little bit of purple. Lots of turquoise. White, the deep blue, peacock teal, little navy, white, put a little bronze in, little metallic gold. I have not put silicone in my metallics. I forgot to. So I'm going to do a few drops right there. Back to the turquoise. Deep blue. Peacock teal. Let's see, I'm going to do another little bit of silicone, treadmill lubricant. I'm going to put in some ocean blue. Back to the navy. deep blue, turquoise, and in white. Okay, so I've got that. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. So on the metallics here, I've got rose gold, copper, rich espresso, and Venetian gold. Put a few drops of treadmill lubricant, silicone into the cups. I want a little bit of these colors kind of everywhere, so I think what I'm going to do... Oh, and all of my colors have, 50-50 Floetrol, latex based, not oil. And I don't add water when you use DecoArt in the bottle. When you put it 1-to-1 ratio with Floetrol, it doesn't really need water. If you use the premium paints in the tube, you can add a little water, but these in the bottle really don't need water added to them. So I'm going to I want a wet base on this canvas, which is 16 by 20, and it's a deep canvas, so it's 1.5 inches or so deep. This is the rose gold. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll just see. It's an experiment. Copper. And now the rich espresso. And I'm putting this mister just sporadically, and I may or may not add more, I'm not sure. It's a dark turquoise, but I'm going to swipe it and see if I get cells. I have no idea if I will or not. Okay, so it is selling up. And it is putting that turquoise in there. I like that. So I want a good base to put my dirty pour on. And I like this rich espresso, so I'm kind of putting it in the corners. Put a little more copper in here. And maybe a little bit more of the rose gold. So I kind of want these colors to go over the edge a little bit. So I'm just, swiping it out to where it does kind of go over the edge a little bit if it wants to. So the only thing with the turquoise and the gold is it's kind of going green, but that's okay. We're just going to play here and just see what happens, because that's what it's all about, is having fun. So I'm wiping off this tool. I love the colors. I use a heat gun instead of a torch. I'm going to heat it just for a minute. Now I'm going to just kind of go along the edge. Try to cover up that line that I dribbled. That's the thing about not wiping your tools off. If you don't, they'll drop dirty stuff into your paint. Okay. I wasn't crazy about that greenish area. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a little copper in there. I'm going to take my card because I can control it better. not crazy about the purple showing up either, so this is a skewer. I'm just going to take, a few of the little details and drag them out a little bit. I think I like that pretty well. Got a little more copper and espresso in here. This is where you get a chance to be an artist. You know, you just dabble. So it really didn't go over the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some espresso, which will give it more of a antiqued kind of look. And I'm not making it solid, I'm just tapping it around with my fingers. I really can't tilt it to show you because it'll make the canvas, the paint move. So some is, you know, dripped over, and I'm just modeling it with my fingers. And if you take your finger and roll it over the edge, you can blend in that paint. But not a whole lot is like dripped over. So like the edges are just similar looking to this. And I do want this a little more, I like a little more depth in here. Let's see. Take a cup, put a little bit of the bronze, and put a drop of silicone, a little drip of the Venetian gold, a little brown, a drop of navy, and stir it just a bit. And so there's so little in the cup, I'm just going to help it out. I'm kind of going between my little tendrils. And so you can get that edge with your stick and manipulate it a little bit. See if I can draw this out just a little bit. Okay. I think see if I can give that a little bit more texture. I like it. I really do. This was a pour that I didn't care for, and so I thought, you know, I want to do this coppery feeling wave type thing, because I loved the one that I did on the white background that had the copper in the wave. But this one, I wanted it to feel more like a wave with that copper background, because when copper ages, it gets that verdigris kind of verdy look, and it's aged copper. So yeah, I'm just making little white dots, kind of like a little splash that you would expect from the spray. Okay. I hope you like it. I love it. I will post a picture at the end of the video with the dried piece. I always put the dried piece at the end so you can see the final results. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.